Bibliophiles of the internet. My name is Adriana, and today I'm surrounded by many piles of books which can only mean one thing. It's time for me to bring you my November book haul. I just want to preface this video by saying that November was an extremely gross month to be me, and when things get gross, I stress buy books. Shocker. But I feel absolutely no shame, and with that in mind, let's get started. The first book I bought in November was Fire from Heaven by Mary Renault. From what I understand, this trilogy is about a young Alexander the Great, and the story follows him as he's growing up, and it also tells the story of him and his lover, and y'all know I'm here for that. I was actually recommended this book by one of you because it's supposed to be similar in tone to the Song of Achilles, and you all know how I feel about the Song of Achilles. The next two things I bought are on the bottom of my bookshelf, and I'm way too lazy to get them right now, but they are a collection of comic strips, and they're called Phoebe and Her Unicorn by Dana Simpson. This is a fan-freaking-tastic comic strip about a young girl named Phoebe who inadvertently saves a unicorn named Marigold Heavenly Nostrils from her own reflection. And as a thank you, she is granted one wish, and Phoebe wishes that she and Marigold will become the best of friends. I love every single comic strip in both of these collections. The story is hilarious, it's fun, it's smart, it's so sweet and genuine and heartwarming, and the relationship between Phoebe and Marigold is incredible to read about. This is definitely a very underrated comic strip, and more people need to read this. After that, I bought A Time to Dance by Padma Venkatraman. This story is about a prize-winning dancer named Viva who is trained in the art of traditional Indian dances. One day she gets injured in a bus accident and her right leg has to be amputated below the knee. Everyone thinks that her dancing days are over, but she refuses to accept that, and she goes out to find a new dance teacher because she is determined to one day dance again. I was drawn to this book for many reasons. The first is that it's written in verse. The second is that it's about a brown girl, and there's actually a brown girl on the cover. The third is that it's set in a non-Western society, and the fourth and most important is that this story shows intersectionality, because here is a character of color who is also disabled, and that is important, that is real, that is a reflection of real life, and that is what we need more of in literature, and that is why I really want to read this book. Then, with a gift card I got for my birthday from my best friend, I bought A Tale of Highly Unusual Magic by Lisa Papadimitriou. I talked about this book in my last video. It's a middle grade novel about two girls who can essentially communicate with each other when they write in a certain book, and I'm currently reading it and I'm enjoying it so far. Then also with my gift card, I bought Beautiful Music for Ugly Children by Kirsten Cron Mills. I heard about this book from Ivan at Sona Azra. Apparently it's about a trans boy who works on a community radio station that is called Beautiful Music for Ugly Children. I think he is inadvertently outed to his community, and then he has to watch as everyone else comes to term with that, and then he's living his life and doing his thing, and this is his story. Ivan really loved this book, and I'm excited to read it as well. And the last book I got with that gift card was Luck in the Shadows by Lynn Flewelling. Tons of people have recommended me this book. I know it's very popular, it's a very well-loved and well-known piece of queer SFF, and apparently it's about gay rogues. Apparently it's about a main character named Alec who is wrongfully imprisoned for a crime he did not commit, and his cellmate apparently is like a spy, rogue, thief, nobleman who offers to take him in as his apprentice. And then gay things happen. The next book I got is also somewhere along the same lines, and that is Have Mercy by Jada Jones and Danielle Bennett. I also heard about this book from Ivan, and I know literally nothing about it besides the fact that the main characters are gay, and there's also like these steampunk mechanical dragons somehow involved. So yeah, I'm not sure if you're fully comprehending this. Gays riding mechanical dragons into battle. That's what this is. And it sounds incredible. Then I pre-ordered the UK paperback edition of Firefight by Brandon Sanderson. This is the sequel to Steelheart, which I read when it first came out a couple of years ago, and I really like the UK cover, so that's why I'm collecting them in these editions. I enjoyed Steelheart when I first read it, and I remember most of what happened in that book, so I would like to get to this one now that I have it. You know, like eventually. Then I bought The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn. As I'm sure many of you know, this is a short story by Gillian Flynn. I have read it already and I really enjoyed it because this is everything I love about her writing. It's short, it's creepy, it's unsettling, it's out there, and that's what I've come to expect from her. That's why I love her as an author. So this was just really great to read. Then to add to my Benjamin Eleresain's collection, I got Carry Me Like Water. I'm not too sure what this one is about. It seems like it follows several different storylines. One of them is Diego, who is a deaf mute and he lives in El Paso, and then his sister has moved far away. And then there's also something about a nurse who works in an AIDS ward and had a mysterious interaction with a patient. So I'm not sure how all these storylines intersect, but I'm sure it's gonna be great. Then I bought a middle grade graphic novel called Awkward by Svetlana Chmakova. This story is basically about a main character named Penelope who makes a fool out of herself on the first day at her new school by mowing down one of the nerdy boys named Jamie, and then everyone's making fun of her about it. She feels really terrible and she tries to apologize to Jamie, but she finds out that it's really hard to do once she realizes that they're in enemy clubs. She is in the art club and he is in the science club, and basically kids who are in these respective clubs don't get along with each other. I have already read this graphic novel and I freaking loved it. This is definitely one of my favorite comics that I've ever read, and it's a huge win in terms of casual diversity. There are so many different kinds of characters present in this cast and they all play very important roles, and I really enjoyed it. I very highly recommend this one. Then I pre-ordered a copy of Just Visiting by Dahlia Adler. From what I understand, this is a YA contemporary novel about two 17-year-old girls who are best friends, and I think they're essentially embarking on this road trip to visit a series of colleges because they're deciding where they want to go, but I think they realize that they want different things, and also I think there's a secret between them. I don't know too much about this, but I know that one of the characters is Mexican American, so yes. I also think that one of the main characters comes from a family where the parents are deaf, so they use a lot of sign language, and then also I think I've heard that one of the love interests is also Native American, so a lot of great diversity in this book as well, and I look forward to reading it. Then much to my surprise, I got a belated birthday gift from one of my good booktube friends, Luisina, from my reading glasses, so thank you so much, Luisina, again, and she got me 2 books, which is insane. The first is a finished copy of The Fangirl's Guide to the Galaxy by Sam Maggs. I won and read an arc of this book at the end of last year, and I really enjoyed it, so I've been meaning to buy this one for myself, and I'm really glad that she got it for me because I really love this hardcover, so thank you, Luisina. Then she also got me a middle grade novel, which I'm extremely excited to read, and that is The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making by Catherine M. Valente. I read Deathless by Catherine M. Valente a couple of years ago, and I really freaking love that book with everything that I am. I definitely want to read more of her work, and this series has been on my TBR for ages, so thank you so much, Luisina. This was definitely the perfect choice. And the last thing I bought in November was all 3 currently published books in the Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater in hardcover. So that is The Raven Boys, The Dream Thieves, and Blue Lily Lily Blue. I decided to finally buy these editions because they are infinitely sexier than the paperback editions, and also obviously I have already pre-ordered The Raven King in hardcover and I want them all to be beautiful together. Also, it's totally worth it and I am 100% pinch trash. So those were all the books I bought in November. In the comments down below, please let me know if you have either read or bought any of these books lately, because I would love to know what you have to say about any of them. But that is everything I had for this book haul today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I will catch you on the flip side of the page. Bye.